They're coming!
Oh my god.
Aliens are coming! Do you hear me? Aliens!
He's really losing it.
Three-Eye Atlas is the mothership!
What's he talking about?
They're here!
What the fuck, guys? The Rubin telescope has discovered thousands of objects coming out of deep space along the same trajectory and going alongside Three-Eye Atlas. Listen to this.
The data poured in, a cascade of new bodies bleeding out of the darkness around Three-Eye Atlas, as if some hidden factory had opened. The first night, Rubin logged 989 objects emerging from the Three-Eye Atlas region. By the second night, the count had already surged to 1,355. On the sixth night, it was 1,796. By the seventh, 2,104. 3 days later, the tally ripped past 4,000. The multiplication was continuing, all headed toward Earth. The swarm didn't burst into being, it grew in real time, with new objects appearing in the scans every few hours like fresh production runs from a factory. But why Rubin telescope can detect these objects, not other telescopes on Earth? Because no other telescope on Earth is built like Rubin. Its enormous 8.4 meter mirror and the largest, most powerful astronomical camera ever built, a 3.2 gigapixel eye, sweep across the heavens every night, capturing oceans of starlight at once, instead of staring at a single patch. That is why it could show what no one else could, thousands of bodies spilling out of deep space in perfect formation. And what made it so terrifying was the uniformity. Spectral reports showed every object shared the same speed, the same trajectory, the same strange green-tinted tail as Three-Eye Atlas. Ave Loeb confirmed nickel, cobalt, and high-temperature alloys, the kind of metals forged under industrial conditions, all had the same unusual carbon monoxide-driven glow. Until that moment, every amateur and professional astronomer had seen only one object. Now, there were thousands. Infrared spectroscopy made it worse. Each of these bodies was about 1/10 the size of Three-Eye Atlas, yet apparently powered by a core twice as powerful. Three-Eye Atlas had already puzzled scientists with an estimated 10 gigawatt power source inferred from its core, but the new companions appeared to radiate 20 gigawatts each. Even our most advanced reactors cannot match that power to mass ratio. Our biggest power plants weigh thousands of tons to produce only a few gigawatts. These objects are no larger than a city block, yet each one radiates enough power to light entire nations while hurtling through space.
What the fuck is going on, guys? Seriously. We are literally in for it by the looks of it. We've got an armada and thousands of objects heading our way. Holy fuck.
Hey guys. Right, so what I said is that I would report on this when there is a substantial amount of information to talk more about it. Turns out that the intelligence community isn't very good at keeping secrets anymore, or at least everyone's just had enough of all the secrecy around this and they just want the public to know. Because leaks are coming out left, right and center on this now. Right, this is from a Dr. John Brandenburg. Dear friends, it appears the James Webb Telescope has found strong evidence of life on an exoplanet. Reportedly, this may have led to a classified briefing to Congress. If so, this is a dramatic step towards disclosure. Now, that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is that this same group that have discovered this have also discovered, and I quote, a massive object that is course correcting towards Earth. Can't believe I've just said that out loud, but I'm now starting to see it from credible sources that I've been using for the past 12 months. There's a leak. They have a leak. The JWST keeps finding these things and they keep having these classified briefings. They are finding a lot of stuff with the JWST that they are not disclosing to the public. Now, from what I remember, when you have a project like the JWST and it's publicly funded, if something is found, by law, you have 24 hours to disclose that information by public address unless it is a direct threat or in breach of national security guidelines. So what I think they keep doing is, because this is happening more and more, by the way, this isn't the first time either. It keeps seeing these things and then it keeps going into a classified briefing because it is a breach of national security. I think that's their way of controlling the situation to not let this stuff out. But there is a leak. I got this from Psychoactivo, which is a podcast run by the co-host of Down to Earth with Christian Harloff. This is Pavel's channel. They had a very detailed discussion about this on Vetted with, I believe, a Dr. Holland and a bunch of other guys in there as well. This is news to me, and when I first heard that, I was taken back by it quite a bit, but after doing some digging, turns out that this is a legitimate thing, and I'm trying to dig deep as much as possible to get more information out to you guys on this. This is a lot. Even for me, this is a lot. I like to stick to the political stuff on this, but this is substantial information. And I'm trying to not let my own personal bias get in the way of this, because as I said to you guys from the beginning, it doesn't matter how I feel about something. If it's being reported, I need to report on it. That's just how it is. I don't care about what people think about me, but I'm just reporting what I'm seeing here from credible sources I've been using for the past 12 and a half months. So yeah, I know that's a lot to take in. There is a massive object course correcting towards Earth, and that this is known within Congress, and they did go into classified briefings to discuss this in more detail. So, I mean, yeah, that's a lot to take in. So I'll leave that with you guys for now. But yeah, I think what's happening here is the people that have been told to not say anything can't do their job anymore. They don't want to keep everything quiet anymore, which is why this stuff is just leaking left, right, and center now. I think these people have seen David Grush, they've seen Lou Elizondo, they saw the lady that came out with Matt Ford, and yeah, I think the dam is breaking. I just don't think they can keep a secret anymore on this, which is good for us. So also to support this, Lou Elizondo knows about this object as well, by the way. He kind of gave it away. Matt Ford asked him, he said, so have you heard about this object that should be arriving and by the way, the arrival time's 10 years from now, 2034 is what they're saying. He knows of it, he knows about it, he can't talk about it. That's what he said when Matt Ford pushed him on that question. So this could be, and this very well could be disinformation. And I am completely open to that as a possibility. This could be disinformation, it could be wrong. However, everything needs to be left out on the table so that people know, so we can make informed decisions, right? So that's that. Also, I don't know, I think that Lou has his heart in the right place. I don't think he would mislead the public that way based on what he said so far, based on what he's willing to, you know, testify in Congress if he gets called, which I'm sure he will at some point when they start having the hearings this month and next month. But yeah, it's you know, I mean, all I can think about right now is Fifth Element. If any of you that have seen Fifth Element know, you know what I'm talking about. Like basically a self-conscious planet that moves across the universe and traverses, and just destroys everything. Let's just hope that's not the case. There's also some discussions around remote viewing. Now this is where it gets interesting. Leaves you a little bit somber, but it is what it is. Apparently there's a lot of remote viewers that have been tasked with looking at the year 2034. Most of them can't see anything. When I say they can't see anything, as in they're drawing blanks. They can't see past 2034. So yeah, that's not great news, is it? But yeah, it is what it is. I'm just reporting what I'm hearing from people with their feet on the ground. Apparently, Pavel has spoken to Matt Laszlo and is asking him to push on this to see what's going on. He recently had some suspicions that Republican Andre Carson is in the know about this JWST discovery and has been pushing him for information to which he said no comment to Matt Laszlo. But yeah, so even remote viewers can't see past this date of 2034. 10 years, folks. 10 years. Just saying. Anyway, that's all for now. If I hear anything else, I will report on this. Not the best news to hear, I know, but it's important that we talk about everything that's coming out. So it is what it is. Thank you, guys.